Welcome to our culinary journey where we dive deep into the art of perfecting Southern-style cornbread, infused with a distinct Alabama flair. In this video, we'll explore everything from selecting the finest cornmeal to understanding the magic of buttermilk as our secret ingredient. Discover the importance of a trusty cast iron skillet and delve into the sweet versus savory cornbread debate. We'll also introduce unique Alabama twists and share serving suggestions that go beyond the dinner table, ensuring your cornbread is a true reflection of tradition and innovation. Join us as we master the techniques that will elevate your cornbread game to new heights. 1. The heart of cornbread. Choosing the right cornmeal. At the core of any great cornbread recipe is the cornmeal. In Alabama, the quality and type of cornmeal can make or break your dish. True Southern-style cornbread often calls for white cornmeal, which has a finer texture than its yellow counterpart. This choice results in a smoother, more delicate bread. When selecting your cornmeal, look for stone-ground options. Stone-ground cornmeal retains more of the natural oils from the corn, giving your bread a richer flavor. Some purists might argue that using freshly milled cornmeal from a local Alabama mill adds an authentic touch. This kind of cornmeal often has a slightly nutty flavor that elevates your cornbread to new heights. If you can't find local, make sure to choose a high-quality brand that prioritizes freshness. Remember, the cornmeal is the star of the show, so it's worth investing in the best you can find. 2. Buttermilk. The secret ingredient. Buttermilk is the unsung hero of Southern cooking, and it's a key player in Alabama-style cornbread. This tangy liquid not only adds a depth of flavor to the bread but also reacts with the baking soda to create a light, fluffy texture. Using real, full-fat buttermilk is crucial. The richness it imparts can't be replicated by substituting with milk or water. In Alabama, some cooks even let their buttermilk sit out at room temperature for a few hours before using it. This allows the flavors to develop, giving your cornbread a more complex taste. If you're feeling adventurous, try adding a splash of cream to your buttermilk. This adds an extra layer of richness and ensures your cornbread stays moist. 3. The perfect skillet. Cast iron is king. When it comes to baking Southern-style cornbread, the skillet you use is almost as important as the ingredients. In Alabama, a well-seasoned cast iron skillet is the gold standard. The cast iron heats evenly, creating a beautifully crisp crust that's hard to achieve with other materials. Before pouring in your batter, preheat your skillet in the oven. This step is vital as it helps to form that signature crust as soon as the batter hits the pan. Some cooks even add a tablespoon of bacon grease to the hot skillet, swirling it around to coat the bottom. This not only prevents sticking but also infuses the cornbread with a smoky depth of flavor. 4. Sweet or savory. The great cornbread debate. One of the most polarizing questions in the world of cornbread is whether it should be sweet or savory. In Alabama, traditionalists lean towards savory. Classic Alabama-style cornbread is often made without sugar, allowing the natural sweetness of the cornmeal to shine through. However, there's no harm in experimenting. Some Alabamians add a touch of honey or molasses for a subtle sweetness that complements the savory notes. If you're serving your cornbread with spicy chili or rich stew, a hint of sweetness can provide a delightful contrast. Ultimately, the choice is yours, and part of the fun is tailoring the recipe to suit your taste buds. 5. Adding Alabama flair. Unique ingredient. To give your cornbread an Alabama twist, consider incorporating regional ingredients. Jalapenos add a spicy kick, while shredded cheddar cheese brings a creamy richness. Some Alabamians even fold in crumbled bacon or roasted corn kernels for added texture and flavor. Herbs like fresh thyme or rosemary can also elevate your cornbread, infusing it with aromatic notes that pair wonderfully with hearty Southern dishes. Don't be afraid to experiment with different combinations until you find your perfect Alabama-inspired blend. The beauty of cornbread lies in its versatility, allowing you to put your own stamp on a beloved classic. 6. Serving suggestions. Beyond the dinner table. while cornbread is traditionally served alongside main dishes like fried chicken or beef stew. Alabamians have found creative ways to enjoy it throughout the day. Try serving your cornbread with a dollop of homemade pimento cheese for a delicious breakfast treat. For a sweet twist, top a warm slice with a drizzle of honey and a pat of butter. Cornbread can also be crumbled into soups and salads for added texture. And don't forget about leftovers. Cornbread makes an excellent base for stuffing or can be used in a Southern-style bread pudding. 7. Mastering the technique. Tips for success. Perfecting Southern-style cornbread with Alabama flair requires patience and practice. Here are a few tips to ensure your cornbread turns out perfectly every time. Preheat your oven and skillet. ***, this helps achieve that coveted crispy crust. ***, don't overmix the batter. ***, stir just until the ingredients are combined to avoid tough cornbread. ***, let the batter rest. ***, allowing the batter to sit for a few minutes before baking can result in a better rise. ***, experiment with flavors. ***, try different herbs, spices, and add-ins to find your unique flavor profile. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you experiment and tweak your recipe, the closer you'll get to achieving cornbread perfection. 8. Embracing tradition and innovation. Cornbread is more than just a side dish, it's a symbol of Southern hospitality and tradition. In Alabama, this humble bread has deep roots, and each family has its own cherished recipe. By embracing both tradition and innovation, you can create a cornbread that honors the past while delighting the present. Whether you're sticking to classic ingredients or trying something new, the key is to enjoy the process. So grab your cast iron skillet, gather your ingredients, and start baking. Your journey to perfect Alabama-style cornbread is just beginning.